Miss Rania, how are you?
Warm greetings from Greece to you, Alyan, dear Alyan. I'm very, very happy for your invitation, and I would like to greet also our audience. I am sure that there are so many amazing students which are watching us now.
I am very thankful to you, Miss, for coming in my show and giving me a precious and valuable time for the interview. Thank you so much for coming. Okay.
Welcome.
So before moving on the question, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, yes, I am a global educator, ICT teacher trainer, a STEM instructor, researcher on cognitive neurosciences, author of scientific book for kids, and also global peace ambassador, as you mentioned. This period, I'm working as the Dutch teacher at the Greek Ministry of Education, at the Directorate of Educational Technology and Innovation, and also the Greek Astronomy Space Company, STEM instructor. But apart from this, I'm also the founder, coordinator of many international projects which are focusing on sustainable development goals.
That's great, wonderful. Thank you so much for this introduction. Okay, Miss. So my first question in your screen: educational philosophy. What is your core philosophy when it comes to education, and how has it evolved over the year?
Mhm. First of all, I would say that teachers, for me, are those who can change lives of others for the better. They're life changers and change makers because they are those who act as support systems and they are role models who inspire students to go further and dream bigger. They're those who shape future leaders in the classrooms and benefit society locally and globally. And how they make this impact? First of all, they try to build a transformative thought process. Teachers can help students to think out of the box, to challenge the status quo, to change things, of course, for the better, helps them to gain, for instance, environmental awareness or entrepreneurial mindset, and help them increase creativity and productivity. This transforms students into innovators, into problem solvers who can quickly analyze issues and suggest solutions. And of course, this improves all the skills that are necessary for this 21st century. And of course, the educational philosophy should have in mind how to build happier citizens in the world because we as educators, we transfer knowledge and life skills to students. So the results of this is how to create well-rounded citizens, knowledgeable, emotionally balanced students who can bring about positive change in society and make the world a happy place for everyone. This can happen through offering multiple opportunities to students, through guidance, through counseling, through collaborative projects, and how, of course, to mention about how we involve all key stakeholders of the community. The educational environment isn't just confined to the classroom, but instead it extends into the home, it extends into the community and around the world. So information isn't just limited primarily books, it's available everywhere. And students are not the consumers of facts, they're active creators of knowledge. So, my education philosophy is based on how we can actually inspire love for learning. The fundamental job of teaching is no longer to distribute facts about history, geography, or mathematics, or things like that, but actually to inspire them this love of learning. And to design, of course, challenging, engaging activities, giving many learning opportunities that allow them to solve real world problems, as I said before, to build powerful skills, to create habits of mind and heart that actually meet all these educational standards of the new society. And of course, our multiple role now is evident, especially the COVID pandemic, there's a shift from being just a teacher. We are at the same time communicators, administrators, we are data collectors, we are mentors, we are counselors. So this means that we have to speak more with parents, with our students in order to create a more positive interaction.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for this wonderful answer. Okay, so global education. How do you incorporate global perspective into your educational approach?
Mm-hmm. First of all, we will talk about global perspectives. I have in mind what we call global citizenship. And global citizen skills should be one of the first priority in our classroom today. Global citizen skills include openness, include respect, appreciation for diversity, multiple perspectives. Not forget that the majority of classrooms nowadays are multicultural. Empathy, social responsibility, and of course, the ability to understand the effects of globalization, the world history, the culture of other countries, the world's economy. So, learning about global perspectives benefits students, but not only, benefits the whole community. It helps students get a better job. It helps them develop what we call self-awareness of their own identity, culture, beliefs, and how they connect to the rest of the world. And of course, this awareness helps them acquire relationship building skills, which are very important for communication and collaboration. What I'm trying to do is, first of all, organize sessions, online sessions. During the COVID pandemic and almost earlier, I had organized many Skype sessions with my students, with the students of other countries, teachers also. This is one way we can bring together students from different countries and interact together, and this is a global perspective. Another way is through programs. Here we have European programs like Erasmus, which allow the mobility of students from different countries to visit other countries. So this is another way also. Organize collaborative programs, collaborative activities that include cultures or literature or the history of other countries, and of course any program which focuses on sustainable development goals, which means any program that is more humanitarian. It shows all this global perspective that students need to be familiarized with in order to, first of all, to be sensitized, and secondly, to feel that they are actually part of this global community and they have the responsibility to be active and global citizens.
All right. So, can you share an innovative teaching method you developed or used?
Mm-hmm. Okay, there are many innovative methods. First of all, if we talk about technology, I'm trying to use many digital tools in my classrooms. First of all, I'll talk about how to, about virtual reality and augmented reality, which is changing for students. And nowadays also we use any apps for artificial intelligence. The method of a flipped classroom, blended learning also, and 3D printer because I had the chance to win in the national competition 3D printer. It was my school was a public school. It was one of the first public schools in Greece, which actually had a chance to win a 3D printer. So we did amazing things with my students. Nowadays, also 3D printer is used for cultural issues that I mentioned before. And apart from this, of course, as a STEM instructor, um, we use devices like Arduino or breadboard, created electric generators, models of electric generators for breadboard, or moisture also instruments. Um, If we talk about innovative methods, it's not only technology, because STEM has two aspects. There is STEM, which includes, of course, coding, programming, and hardcore technology, but also there is STEM, which actually follows the steps of computational thinking, but it uses similar everyday materials. So, with the series of primary education, I had the chance to implement amazing projects, this project didn't include technology. We just use Lego, cardboards, a lot of painting, and this way students could present no principles of physics, or they created the portraits of natural scientists. Amazing things, which actually were considered innovative, because thanks to this project, we won many awards. Of course, digital tools, as I said before, students created digital timeline, which depicted all the facts of all the history, you could say, of particle physics from Marie Curie till today, using links from Wikipedia, links for video and text. It was a huge project which lasted over 1 year. Children also created virtual galleries or interactive quizzes using Kahoot, which is, a very adorable among children. Digital comics, digital storytelling. There are many, many ways when, if we want to, we're passionate about it, we can be also innovative. And of course, we talk about environmental education. The best way to innovate in this is to adopt crossover learning, so outdoor activities, take the students and go outside the classroom and perform amazing activities.
All right, great. So my next question about award experience. So award experience of the 23 international award you have received, which one was special significance for you and why?
Okay. Now, actually, I have over 100 awards. The most important is called the World Global Teacher Prize. It was conferred by Varkey Foundation, and I had the privilege and pleasure to go to Dubai for the award ceremony. It was an amazing experience, because I got connected with so many, inspiring pioneer teachers and many experts in this field, educational field, which opened up many, portals for me and gave me many opportunities to move forward. It inspired me to move forward, and starting right after this award, I started writing my first humanitarian international project, which are addressed to the privileged children in Africa and Asia.
Wonderful. So advice for educator. What advice would you to give to new educator entering the field?
Mm-hmm. Well, first advice I could say that they have to be, ready to face everything. They have to be ready to face any barrier. At first, me too, when I was appointed, I had may face many challenges. I was appointed in a remote island from Greece, far away from my home. My salary was very low. Let's be realistic that the salary of teachers all around the world is very low. This is not to discourage them from giving their best version of themselves. And of course, let's not forget that our working life is a journey, not a destination. Very important. Because the purpose of this journey, of teaching journey, is to learn, to grow, and not just to reach a point or achieve awards or some specific milestones. Students should be our main inspirations. And what they need to do, teachers, is first of all to set clear goals, to learn from their experiences, to always embrace failure, as I said before, because failure is a natural part of the learning process. be always close to students. So students nowadays are very difficult. We all know about this. They face many mental health issues. We have in the classroom many discipline problems, and we are not very well trained to overcome this. Stay always together next to students, encourage them to open themselves, to discuss, be close to parents also. And another thing which an advice for me to novice educators, it's that they need to be lifelong learner. I mean, we don't finish university, we take a nominated degree, and there are many teachers who, who stay stable. I mean, they don't evolve. This is a big mistake because learning and seeking knowledge should never stop. We should be updated all the time, whether this is technology, whether this is knowledge, whether is it skills. Very, very important for a new educator.
Wonderful. Okay, so collaboration. Can you tell us about a memorable collaboration you have had in your career?
Mhm. The most important moment of my career, which involved also collaboration, has to do with an amazing project that it's called Playing with Protons. It has to do with how to teach particle physics to primary school students. Through this program, I had to go to no, 10 teachers from Greece and 10 teachers from UK visit installations of CERN. They learn how to be familiarized with the singular everyday materials. They learn about the state-of-the-art technology of this place there. CERN is the European Organization for Nuclear Research. So we talk about state of the art and high technology. And after when they return to the countries, they have to transfer this knowledge to the students, to their peers, to their colleagues, etc. So through this program, I collaborated with other schools there who had the privilege to be part of this program, who visited also the installation. And we also were a part of eTwinning. eTwinning is a collaborative platform which involves students from different countries, but also students from the same country, but from different schools, who work on the same project. So through this project, we organized many sessions where we exchange our activities. I mean, my students presented the activities of the model of the CMS particle detector. We have done some, very important models with different materials, with 3D printing, I mentioned before, with wood, with through painting. They presented these projects to to students of other places in Greece, but also to students of other countries. So I think it was the most important turning point actually of my career was this project. And let's not forget also that this period I was working with students who are coming from a low economic background for the privileged children. So it was even more important as experience because these children were given opportunities which are very rare to them. So they were thrilled, they were very happy that they had a chance to interact. And at the end of the academic year, all my students told me that I want to be a physicist, I want to go to CERN.
Wonderful. Okay, so overcome barriers. How do you address and overcome barriers in education, such as a language resource in a limitation?
Mhm. It's a great question. I think there are so many barriers, barrier to learning. It's everything that prevents a learner from being fully engaged in the learning process. Learning barriers can be caused by various factors. That could be, for instance, tight schedules. That could be too much work or lack of available materials, lack of available technology. What you mentioned about language barriers, especially here in Greece, that we have many refugees, so children who coming from war zones, or children who are coming, who have never been to school,
Yeah.
so they come to Greece and they have to learn the language. So there are many language barriers, of course.
Correct.
What we have to do is find the ways, first of all, if we talk about refugees and language barriers, we need new textbooks, or if it's not this possibility, we can design activities for students in their language in order to help them be more easily integrated in the host country. Also, if we talk about technology, I mentioned before, there are many ways that we can supplement activities. We can implement and supplement STEM activities, even if we don't have the necessary technological background. Of course, there are many other problems. I mentioned before how to perform individualized, personalized learning. This means respect and take into consideration all the learning needs and the rhythm of each student. So learning different learning styles of students. There are cases how to handle children with impairments also. So this needs right step-by-step instructions in language. And of course, the main I would say principle could be individualized, personalized learning. And artificial intelligence, I think, is here to cover this gap. Artificial intelligence helps us to diagnose, to make a complete profile of each student with the strengths and weaknesses of each student, and helps us design new activities that would help them, be more to help them improve their academic performances. And also, what I said before about language, of course, it's not easy, but if you design activities that help students to have an overview of different cultures, or different histories or traditions of other countries, this is a nice way to initiate them into the language of the other countries. I think this is the main problems. And if we talk about mental health issues, because this is also a barrier in education, this means that we need to boost the socio-emotional background of students. We need to become mentors, facilitators, or take the advice of experts that we can use in our classrooms in order to help these type of students who are suffering from problems like cyberbullying, or all the challenges of the cyber world that we are know that have a terrible impact on students nowadays.
Wonderful. Okay, Miss, thank you so much for giving me your precious and valuable time for this interview. I hope everybody learned something new with your talk. Thank you so much again for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity. I hope to visit your school and your campus. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
कभी मैंने ये दुआ नहीं करी मेरा बेटा बड़ा आदमी बन जाए या अमीर बन जाए, बस यही थी अल्लाह मियाँ इनको नेक बना दें, यही दुआ करती थी मैं।
आपको मालूम है कि पाकिस्तान नंबर 1 कंट्री बनने वाला है फ्रीलांसिंग के अंदर। अब कौन है इसके पीछे? यही पागल।
मुझे लगता है ऐसा है कि रेहान भाई की जो चाहते हैं कि सब दुनिया में अच्छे हो जाए सारे, कोई दुनिया में बुरा इंसान बचे ही ना।